matches.
That's what we came in on. Food matches. We're live. I'm done with it. No, we had a conversation. We're not having it again. Yes, you have fire. Sure? Great.
Oh wait, where's my fire?
Oh my god.
We didn't start the fire.
If only this was alcoholic.
You'd be drunk in 2 sips.
Except the world was turning.
Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to Madness.
To Citizen of the Empire.
Welcome to Madness of the Lands.
Welcome to Madness.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't have matches on Funny One. I really, really am. So, yes, welcome to the show. We've been off for a couple weeks, but we're back here. The team is reassembled. And, of course, that means we're diving back in where we left off. When we left off, the kind of rebuilt team with Signy coming back on the adventure, and the new characters of course, Ulfgar and Zachariah and Chance, all coming together with Signy, having organized themselves, and heading into this place that the Goblin told them about. The Goblin they managed to capture.
And you still haven't fixed the backdrop.
I literally had not remembered it since last time. For some reason, the entire time I was like, I have everything together. I'm not forgetting anything. And this was like an hour ago. So I had the time to do it. But my brain didn't, register I hadn't even done anything on it.
Let's be fair, are we even season 2 at this point? Where are we now in the cosmos?
This is season 2 point something rother. That's what I should just call it, season 2 point something rother. Anyway, you encounter this reptilian creature
It
that
attacked us first.
technically not. It was threatening, and then you guys attacked it.
It stood in an aggressive manner.
It did.
And
It
looked
did.
at us.
I will agree. It was threatening.
And we unthreatened it.
And then you unthreatened it.
We
Through
messed
extreme
him up.
prejudice.
That's what happened. We messed him up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He won't be threatening any longer.
You had been checking out the fact that there was two passageways leading off of this one, and you were going to head on the passageway that was kind of heading to the northwest out of this room.
Yep. I'm leading. Sydney just cast light on my greatsword.
Okay. The tunnel itself is not very long. It kind of is a small curved tunnel, leading from the area you kind of were that was very dark, once again to an area where the phosphorescent mushrooms are growing in. So once again, you're going from the room you just were, which is kind of this guard room where it was dark, to a room that actually has a level of light to it. This is a massive chamber here. You can definitely see signs of battle having been in this chamber. Broken rock, burn marks. You can also see places where there are primitive tools, broken stone pots, simple stone pots that are in good shape, and other various kind of strange carved objects are lying around. A number of what appear to be campsites that are spread throughout this room.
Okay. Can I just do where I've seen that it looks like combat happened?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just search that area to see if we can get any intel on what kind of combat, like sword fighting? Since we've seen these animals attack now, what they might have been fighting against?
There's slashes in the stone here and there, as if weapons or blades kind of went into them. Burn marks. If some kind of fire from spells or something came about.
Okay. So nothing just weird. Just it looks like magic was used and weapon. Okay.
Anything in the simple pots?
They just seem to be maybe collections of small grains and stuff. As you kind of move into the room, you will hear this.
Charge?
No. As you can see, sort of towards the back of the room, pretty much straight across from where you came in, there seems to be another one of these lizard creatures with this large spear that seems to be made entirely of stone. So it looks like a giant stone needle almost, on a horn, kind of sounding it.
Oh, guys, who did anyone hear? Who spoke the language? The weird language that the thing yelled out. Does anyone here speak it?
It was a version of Draconic.
All right, Sydney, you're the lead. I'm gonna put my sword away, but I kind of still need the light because I can't see anything.
Once he's done, he's kind of move into a defensive stance and kind of stand around.
All right, I'm just gonna hold my hands up without my weapon in it and go, Sydney. I do your thing. I don't talk to it. We don't want to kill it, right?
Okay.
Do we, guys?
What do you want me to say?
What happened? We're looking for the Dreadlord, right? If it knows where it went, maybe we can get a better idea. Some intel on what he looks like and what he did.
I doubt they know him by name.
Probably not.
Maybe he's a Strava
lizard
goblin.
folkman thing. Hi. We don't mean any harm, I promise. Why have I turned British?
The thing is, it's after it blew the horn, it kind of went down, like it turned that like kind of stone spear into like defensive stance, like a stay away, and it kind of like it seems to be like looking and just kind of sneering a little bit, and then like you can see almost like it glances a few times as if it's like waiting for something.
I don't like the look of this.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Okay. Making a note that
Ears.
other than the tunnel that is behind him, there are 3 other tunnels off of this chamber in various directions.
I don't know if talking is the solution here. I'm not for mass murder, but they don't seem to be wanting to talk to me.
All right. What if we fight, but we don't kill it?
I mean, that works.
I got rope. We can tie it.
You could try describing what the goblins look like. Maybe they've seen them.
Could also explain
That we're hunting them. If they cause this to them, then we might be able to forge allies.
I mean, I already said we don't want to do any harm, we just want to talk, and he didn't really say anything in response.
Well, that means he's listening, maybe.
How does that mean he's listening if he didn't reply?
Does this look
Maybe
like
a non-reply is a listen.
No, this actually, it does not look like a battle arena. It looks like, what best describe it is like a lot of campsites where it looks like there's very primitive, like, carved stone furniture around almost, now that you're, like, in the middle of it. It looks like there's a place where families might have been living.
Maybe he's waiting for you to say
but
something.
But it looks like
that
this place
matters
has
to
been
him.
abandoned for whatever reason at this point in time. Probably recently. Like, the stains still... Like, there are probably some blood stains, too. The stains still look fresh. Like, maybe within a couple of weeks at most.
Well, here's what we'll do. You tell me what to say, and I will translate. I'll be one of your translators. I'm not good at talking to people.
I'm gonna step forward and have my hands out, trying not to be as aggressive as possible.
Okay.
And just go, hi, we're searching for a group that came through here. A group with little goblins, we call them, little shitheads.
I translate, but don't say the shithead part.
He's gonna kind of cock his head to the side. Like, he at least seems to, like, this is to, Zack's entire thing. He kind of, like, turns his head to the side. And then when you say something, he cocks back as if, like, he's beginning to understand a little bit more. Because he's like, huh?
Alright. We want to kill them and capture their leader. But we don't know where they went. We met one of your people in the previous passage, and it didn't go well. We weren't able to communicate. I don't want that to happen again.
As soon as you kind of finish talking, a second one from behind him kind of moves up and goes into a defensive stance, like, next to them, and they seem to, like, whisper something back and forth a little bit. Signy, you can give me perception to see if you can hear what they're saying.
So can I.
So you can speak Draconic too?
Yep.
Okay.
You jerk over there.
I don't
Okay.
hear anything.
Signy doesn't hear anything. Ulfgar, you hear. The once. We can understand the one, and it does not attack. They're talking about something strange. Let us wait. When Mother comes, she may want us to kill, or may want us to speak. But outsiders are dangerous.
So, I'm gonna whisper to Signy, because they're whispering, I might as well. We're waiting for someone called Mother. She decides what goes on. Talking to them is pointless.
Okay, well, Zachariah, I suppose we should wait a little bit. There's some mother that we're supposed to be talking to, but she may also kill us, which will be fun, I'm sure.
Great.
All right.
I
Look
don't
right at
think
them.
the
Great.
killing us would be fun.
Listen, I've had a rough time of it, man.
Killing us would be. I mean, I wasn't gonna argue, but I wasn't gonna
least not
support
for
it
us.
either. I mean, probably not. Probably not fun for you.
That's
Anyway,
what you
That's
think.
my snooze do.
I have high doubts that would be occurring for you. Sorry. Alright, after a while, though, another one of them will kind of come from a side hall that I would say be pretty much straight to your east. This one, it would look older. It's like, you know, it's really hard to tell in a reptilian.
Right in the scale.
Like, well, yeah, like, it looks like some of the scales are faded, I would say, you know, like, a lot more scars and things like that. This one is kind of covered in, like, small fetishes and stuff that are kind of hanging down.
Oh, like leather and straps. Okay.
Mhm.
You said fetish. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
How big are these things again? They're large creatures.
They are
right?
large creatures, yes.
Okay,
He
so
must
they're
have came to the
massive
mating
in
chamber.
The creature will kind of like look and like notice that quickly the seemingly group of you two are not fighting it out. You will see it kind of like move kind of at a slow pace towards the other two, and you'll see it kind of wave its hands for a moment. I guess Signy would probably recognize this pretty easily as you're more delving into arcane magics. It's detecting magic on you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
We've got a lot of magic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good amount of magic. We're gonna be shining.
Yes.
Need sunglasses, looking at me.
Hi, are you Mother? Just
the one that was with it before will kind of be like, "It's one speaks our language. The squishy one."
Which one of us isn't squishy?
I'm not.
There's the metal one, the stout one, the squishy one, and the
I'd like to think they know dwarves.
the animal.
Oh, that's a dwarf.
Yes. What do you
They're
want?
describing us.
Leave this place.
Is this in common or no?
This is in Draconic.
I'm translating, just assume.
Okay. Oh. Okay, finally. Communication. Hello, I am Baron Zachariah of House Anders, and I may bow.
I don't think
Roll
it
my eyes a
cares.
little bit.
We come in search of a hideous and fiendish man. Well, we believe there's a man that came through here. It seems like he attacked some of your people. We're here to fight him.
You're translating this, Signy?
Yes, I am translating.
No, I want you to repeat everything I.
Dude.
I'm just kidding.
He says he's a jerk now.
Your kind lies. How do I know you come for the Destroyer? The Destroyer went the way you came. Disappeared. Came through here.
Can I insight check? I can't understand them, but can I insight check them? I don't know.
Sure. With
I guess
disadvantage.
body language.
Yeah, disadvantage because you're just trying to like read body language as it makes noises at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not sure.
Is that silver? Oh.
Yeah.
This person has destroyed our civilization as well. I believe you. If you tell me he went this way, then we'll be leaving. Thank you for your time. And I'll just start backing up.
They're gonna kind of wait.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep backing up until we're out.
Okay.
I'm not turning my back on them.
Okay.
I've seen them. I've
Well,
been
because
bit
remember,
by one.
you did hear from the goblin that that's theoretically where the
Yeah, he went this way. I thought we were told.
no came this way. You were told that the Dreadlord came from here.
Came out of here.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he went through here. Like
No.
that's-
No, the goblins came out from this place following the Dreadlord.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
was
Yeah,
under
I
the
misunderstood
misunderstanding
that
he went
too.
through.
I'm sorry that
Yeah.
I didn't know people misunderstood that one there.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought there was marks at
Yeah.
the entrance because they broke in.
No,
and-
they broke out. Yes.
Okay.
The
so,
Dreadlord
okay,
has
I'm not
gotten.
gonna back up.
Yeah, the Dreadlord has officially gotten into your area of the valley. You've not encountered them, but you know that the goblins came from this area. So
Okay, so
the
we're
or-
not looking for him directly. We're just looking for evidence now.
Yes.
Okay.
You basically
All right.
just you. It seemed like the Dreadlord had a plan, and went followed it as far as the goblin told you,
Okay,
and disappeared having this plan.
I
So
gotta
maybe there's
recalibrate.
evidence what the plan is, or like what's going on with the goblins and things like that. All that stuff.
Okay, so I'll take back what I last said.
Yes, that's fine.
Because I was under the mist.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say, it's an honor to meet you. We heard that this destroyer came from here. We need as much help as we can to learn more about him so that we can destroy him. So we can bring upon his death. He is an enemy to our people.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
I guess Signy, roll 1, 2. No, Signy, roll 1 first. I want you to roll 1 because that's
No, I didn't roll
No.
that because.
yeah. Well, the thing is, I want Signy to roll it first because if she rolls, okay.
So I got a 7.
You might use your words more persuasively than you
Okay.
do.
What I was going to do is if Signy rolled really bad, I would give you have a persuasion with disadvantage. But if she was
Okay.
rolling higher, she would take hers. Because she's still the one translating, but also interpreting you.
Yeah. That
If
makes sense because I'm saying it, but my guy is more. He does the game, but he's also.
Yeah.
He's not a straight political figure. He's a soldier.
So Signy basically takes what you said and and thought to herself, that sounds stupid, and said it a different way entirely.
Sounds too political. Let's go deeper with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's an asshole. We're gonna kill him. You know anything about him? No.
She's going to kind of point towards where you came. The one that came before. Does life breathe in him still? Or were you forced to take?
I will look down and I will down at her feet and I say, "I'm sorry, but we fought and his wounds were too great. We tried not to kill him, but he fought until the death. He was a very brave soldier.
If you wish to travel through to the other land, the land where the destroyer came from, you must gain permission.
I'm gonna look back to the group and just go, there's another land? Crap. Okay. Tell us. You know more of this than we do. Please teach us.
In order to pass through tribe's land, you need permission from two. One is the mother of the tribe. The other is the warrior of the tribe.
Okay.
We should also
Are
speak
we
with one more. She may understand your barking middleman more than you have to speak for him.
Oh, I'm the metal man.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
All
the
right.
squishy one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. All right. I guess I am marbly and shiny. So yeah. Okay.
Clearly, I'm the tall, tan one.
Yeah, I thought you were the metal one because you're, dwarf, metal.
No, he's the stout one.
Yeah. I thought. Okay. Yeah, I guess that was stupid of me. All right.
Are you mad that you're the metal one? Like,
Well, I'm not wearing any armor. I don't know. Whatever. I was confused. I'm not now. I'm not.
maybe
You're
she thinks
unconfused?
that you're like a rocker, and she's calling you like metal.
Metal. Yeah. Yes. Who is this other that we should speak to? If any are available, we'll speak to him right away. Time is of the essence.
Another that knows magic. And then we may go to the other. Come. She'll kind of mention, signal to the other two to follow along. They're going to lead you through the core of this cave system. The tunnel that was to the northeast kind of curves around. There's another offshoot, but they will lead you into another large chamber like the first one. It again also has... This room seems to be actually the most cleaned out of all of them that the two you've encountered. There is still a few burn marks and blood stains, but a lot of the litter and material has been cleared out of this room. Also, there doesn't seem to be a guard in this room. From there, they will lead you kind of curving around and moving east to southeast to a third chamber that seems to be the third of these large chambers where you can assume the majority of their tribe used to live. Maybe they were driven out from this one.
So I'm gonna say to Chance, as soon as we get closer together, I'll just kind of lean over and say in hushed tones to him, "Keep your eyes peeled. These creatures are closer to beasts, and you might have a better understanding of what we're dealing with."
There's another guard in this chamber who kind of greets the one that you were speaking to, the mother of the tribe. And from there, they lead you to a tunnel which kind of moves back to the south and to the east this time. From this tunnel, they head into a area best described as religious, you would almost say. There's like a cauldron made of bone. It looks like something's like a giant skull over a flame. There seems to be 4 altars. One marked with fire, another marked with water, another marked with earth, and one marked with what you can assume is sky.
When we walked in, looking at the rest of them, seeing that this looks like a religious space, do the others act differently? Do they act in reverence or anything like that when we enter?
They don't seem to necessarily be doing a lot of reverence at this point in time. It looks as if the two guards that are with you are on guard about you, and the mother of the tribe seems to be just leading you with a she's just pushing along forward quickly and efficiently, you know, like just dragging you along almost. There also does seem to be in this room kind of what looks to be maybe like a mess area, kind of to the one side, where you can see there's a kind of like pot of something cooking. You can see like what it looks to be the leg of a large insect sticking out of it.
Zack looks disgusted when he sees it. He's like, all right.
There is another Troog here, kind of like standing around. It kind of like it comes to alarm when things are going. It was kind of cooking over that the bone cauldron, so cooking something within it. And so like then a brief conversation with the mother of the tribe, basically like taking them to see the shaman. And you'll be led down another tunnel, kind of moving to the south, where it will offshoot to the southeast and southwest. To the southeast, you'll be led into a cavern. This one seems to be a living quarters. There's a number of bedding in this area, and they're all like made of leathers and skins of various creatures. There's a large number of stone and clay urns here, and a lot of what appears to be alchemical supplies kind of moved all over the place. Though it looks like many of these things are now kind of thrown around and empty, as if they've been recently used, a large number of them.
Okay. So it looks they look like they were healing supplies.
Yes.
Like
Mm-hmm.
after a battle. I mean, I would have seen a battle in a garrison before.
Yeah.
To see like people recovering.
Right. You will see another troop that it has similar like stuff almost strapped on, so like the one that you have now, but like it's wearing like a skull mask almost over its own head, like what looks to be maybe another like of their kind, like wearing the skull of another one as almost like a helmet.
That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like clicky of the group.
It's got like fetishes and stuff like carrying off of it, like little bones and stuff. It kind of points at like a clawed hand and goes, "You have brought visitors."
What did they say, Sydney?
Yes, visitors.
So I translate
They have
everything.
come to kill the destroyer, or to seek out information on this, or to seek out knowledge of the destroyer. Find out where the destroyer came from. She's gonna kind of get back to like working on a bowl or something. Outsiders cannot be trusted. Do they speak our words? This one does. Squishy, yes. But I sense something in her. Something connected with the world, as both we and are by blood. You, squishy one, speak your name.
Signy?
Signy.
Close enough.
Your kind has names. We do not have names like you do. I have a title, if you would call it that. A name passed on to me from those that came before me. I am the shaman. I wear our ancestors' face upon my own to mark the greatness of those that came before me, the first of us all. My apprentices work here. She who is our mother watches you now. Know this, outsiders. If you come in peace, then peace you shall have from now, from me. But if you come from war, my magic will bring death to you. I was not there when the battle occurred. I was not there to help. But now, I know to look out for outsiders.
Are you translating this too, or not?
I'm translating everything.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Shaman. And Zack's gonna bow. I am Baron Zachariah of the House Anders.
I literally just call him Zack.
I come from the nearby kingdom. We were trapped here because of the Destroyer, and we wish to exact revenge upon him.
Revenge is a difficult thing. You must deal with those beasts of the valley, yes.
I assume do you speak of the Kalida, the furred men?
She will say something, I can't remember, God, I gotta remember languages that you all have for a second, give me a second here.
I'd just like to point out real quick,
Sure.
Tantus, you don't have to listen to this at all.
Uh-huh.
You would have 100% noticed that she didn't use your full title any one of these times, because
I know, 'cause the
names
name
don't
would have been
translate.
the same, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna stop her in the middle of the thing and be like, excuse me.
Excuse me, call me Baron Zachariah.
Just a tongue
not
lash
during
later on.
negotiations. We'll get there. We'll get there.
You'll get to those
Lady
language lists one of these days.
I know Dwarvish, Primordial, and Common.
Okay. Alright, so she says something. You do recognize it, at least Signy would recognize it. Not that you know the language, but it is the language of the Kalida. That she seems to know it, at least. They are beasts. When the cavern was open, they come. We string them up, show to stay away. Apparently, warnings are not good enough for smooth skins like yourself, or metal skins for, like, your loud one.
I'll laugh. Zack will just kind of smirk and chuckle.
You'll notice that she's been, like, mixing together a number of herbs, and, like, she'll, like, pull together what appears to be some kind of mushroom. Then she'll take what looks to be some kind of small beetle, and she's been crushing it up in something. Then she's gonna kind of, like, take a cup of something, and then pour off what looks to be a type of liquid into there, and then kind of swirls it together. A test of metal, a test of strength. Here, great warriors drink this. Are you a great warrior, metal man, who comes to kill the destroyer?
Oh god. Alright. He'll crack his neck. And he'll hold his hand out. Yes. I'll do what I need to do to earn your trust. We're stuck here, and we are gonna have to live next to each other. We should live in peace.
Okay.
Is she directing me to drink it?
Oh yeah.
Alright. He's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kind of a snob when it comes to food, guys. So he's gonna sip it first like it's wine, and then he's gonna go.
Oh, it is awful. It is beyond awful.
He's just gonna chug it.
Okay,
afterwards.
please,
Like, oh,
please, first off, give me a Constitution save. Okay.
Oh, that's a 2, guys.
It is awful. It wasn't difficult.
Thank God.
Oh no, your Constitution bonus.
My rolls are bad tonight, guys.
But that +8 saved you, basically. it is awful beyond belief, but you managed to not vomit by just drinking it. And
yeah, I've had worse wine.
The thing is, afterwards, you feel like almost invigorated. Let me just roll something here. Okay, it's 1. You gain your hit points have raised by 2 temporarily.
All right, cool.
I mean, it probably won't come up, but for like an hour, you get 2 extra hit points.
All right, this is like a potion of heroism or something. He rolls his shoulder and goes, "Wow, I'm impressed. Thank you."
The tiny ones are interesting. They do not grow big like their brethren, and they give great strength to our warriors. It is hard to find them in the fields. But I digress now. There is one more you must talk with. One more before you are to be killed or welcomed. I have give my blessings. Tell him that these are warriors true.
Thank you.
All right.
Mother, please.
Mm-hmm. She will lead you to the back to the fork in the road that you just were at, and instead of going southeast, you're going to go southwest to a large. This is not nearly as large as the other chambers, I would say, but this is also a very large chamber too. There's a old fire pit in the center of this room. It's kind of much more of a circular room, and a kind of circle of stones all around it, as if this is some kind of maybe large meeting chamber. Like glowing mushrooms circle the edge of the room. And there's another tunnel in the back of this room where you were kind of going to be put here.
Is this a fighting circle?
Doesn't look like it, because there's a fireplace in the middle.
Okay, alright, fine.
The matriarch could kind of go down, put a couple of sticks that are kind of lying around next to it, pull out something and light a fire, and then kind of like call in a bellowing kind of like shriek, a noise which does not seem to be language, or at least translate. At this point in time, though, kind of emerging from a cave farther back is another Troog. He looks larger than the others you've seen before, just by a little bit. Not like, I wouldn't say like, outclassing them by an insane amount, but definitely is bigger, stronger.
He's a bodybuilder.
A tall one.
Tall one would be a good way to describe it. He carries with him this massive, like, two-handed hammer that, as big as it is for would-be person, it way outsizes anything that you would have. You also notice that he's kind of wearing an armor that seems to be made of, like, bones across his body. As he kind of moves and puts the hammer down with this kind of large thunk on the ground that, even at the distance you're at, kind of shakes everything.
Crap. I'm gonna look at Sydney and then look at the rest of the group and just go, if there's anything, if a fight comes up, I wouldn't mind any help if we, if you have any, like, something that you could help me with beforehand.
Why have you brought outsiders to our place? They speak of revenge against the Destroyer. They seek to find where the Destroyer came from, learn of the Destroyer, hunt the Destroyer. They come from the place the Destroyer went. They say the Destroyer has hurt them too, and they wish to learn how to fight the Destroyer better. Humph. They seem small, weak. They would not stand a chance against a monster like that. Perhaps I should just crush them now and get it over with. Save them the burden of life. They say they have ways of fighting. And she kind of like turns towards you guys again.
I would have translated all of this.
This, did he really say, okay, he's gonna... If we did not come here to fight you, But if we need to, we will.
So,
Making great choices.
the squishy one is brave, but not stupid. The shaman has given him the test, and he chose to pass it. The old woman wishes to think that these squishy ones are worthy of being friend of Troog. Squishy ones come, squishy ones dangerous, just like fuzzy ones and destroyers creatures. What will you do, squishy ones? Why should I let you travel in Troog lands? I can't hear you. I'm funny.
Yeah, and funny, you're unmuted.
Hi.
you go.
Hey.
Ah, you're back.
Yeah, I muted on this end because Discord sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fine.
So I'm just Zach's just gonna look at him and go, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If it was between me and you in a fight, I would lose. I would fight you to the death, but I would lose. That's not how we fight. My people fight together. My people fight in large numbers. That's how we win. But the only way we can do that is by learning more about him so we can attack him that way.
You fight as tribe. This I respect. Many warriors together, stronger than one warrior. As many hunters together, stronger than one hunter. So you speak of wisdom that you have. Wisdom of your tribe. This is most excellent. This means you are not complete squishy. He'll like kind of like bellow this kind of
I
like,
want to fight this guy.
this
Just so
hissing
I can be
laugh.
like, I'm not a squishy. But...
I'm very squishy.
How strong are you?
I'm more
Yeah,
of a
not that
Bodhi.
strong. Not that strong. More constitution. I'm the tank. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a good hitter.
I'm decently strong.
I could
I'm
throw a
over 14.
firebolt at him.
I'm a 16.
Yeah. You're stronger than me.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. No, I'm a 10. Dexterity
This is
660.
when
I'm flexible.
We need 20 strength Goliath that I can cast
Yeah.
enhance ability on.
Yeah. You mean Dawn Striker?
Should have just brought
We
back
need
Dawn.
Dawn!
I didn't roll that well this time. Very bad stats. So yeah, Zach's just gonna look and say, yes, we are only strong as a group. You all, if you fight as a group, I don't understand how the Destroyer came through here. Your might is impressive. Please, tell us what he did, how he came through.
We had not expected the guards to fall so quickly. Younglings and not those who did not train as warriors stood in its way, were used to prevent the warriors from fighting to their fullest abilities. Fire rained down, blades flashed into us. Our weapons only injured a few of theirs. They came in a force, straight and narrow, through our tribe's caverns, through the core of our land, where we sit together. Those at the outskirts were not ready. Many warriors died defending. We were not able to fight together. He'll say something else that you don't quite recognize what word, and then he'll go, fell defending tribe. I must take up strength in place.
Can I surmise that meant like chieftain or like lead warrior or something like that?
It sounded like a word that might have. If Signy would translate to any degree, it'd be something similar to maybe the one before. It seemed to be like a word that is both like a combination word and also like a bastardization, because like Signy is still like they don't speak they're like very highly accented Draconic, you know, very primitive version.
It's broken. It's not.
Yeah.
They're separated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Would it be possible for us to see the battlefield and the ones that you've killed, so we know our enemies, we know their faces?
The matriarch respond. None of theirs fell. Those that seemed like they would were picked up by strange magics, kept going. The battlefields you have seen. We have cleaned up the dead. They will feed the next generation.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Food shall grow from the bodies, and we shall eat the food.
Where did they come from? Can we see that?
From beyond here, the other land. The land of tall plants and sky. Not the land of high stone. Only chosen few, such as shaman, ever given permission to see outside of our caves, to see sky. Not even
Does it sound
I.
like they're talking about this? Sorry.
Yeah, not even I would dare break law of tribe. You wish to go to sky of tall plants. Very well. You will have at least permission to travel there. Should you die, I will not be sad. If you return, share with us. Share with us secrets of Destroyer, so we may also defend ourselves should Destroyer return.
Yes, of course. And I would like you to know that your friendship on this day means a lot to my people. If the time comes and you're attacked again, we will try our best to be here. And he'll bow.
He'll kind of like, kind of give a grunt, and then kind of like pick up his massive maul and let's move back into the cave behind him. I am surprised you did not get yourself killed. The Metal One speaks words that are confusing. Please tell him to not speak so much.
I 100% translate that.
Ha.
I was even talking short. Just saying, I wasn't gonna go like the full noble route and be like, I have come forth in the name of the kingdom.
I'm gonna just put my hand on your shoulder, just go, sometimes actions speak louder.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy his action. Did you feel the rumble when that thing landed? Okay. So, what? Do you guys have any idea what they mean by tall plants?
Trees.
Sky.
Trees?
It's all the sky. Maybe just trees.
Remember, they seem to live in caves.
Okay.
They probably don't venture out much.
You must travel through old... it is hard to describe. What word would you use? She's gonna point to like a rock that looks like it's been shaped. Old place like that.
Archway.
No.
Ruins.
Yes. Built over cave. Beyond there is grass. She's gonna like lead you kind of back to the area where the shrines were, and she's gonna kind of like go to this one side where there's these kind of piles of like what looks like piles of bones and stuff, and she's gonna pull out like what appears to be 4 stone or bone necklaces that seem to be made of like strange little rib bones. These will make you friends of tribes. These are sacred objects. These bones are of those that never hatched.
Oh,
Only
that's sad.
warriors wear them to show strength, to remember those that they could not protect, and to protect those that they can. You
Zack won't say anything.
are warrior friends. She's gonna.
I'm going.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What are you gonna do?
I'm actually going to take off my necklace of goblin ears and offer it as an exchange.
Okay. She'll actually put it on and be like, I guess goblins are kind of pointy, so it's like.
I'll say enemies that I have slain.
And allies to the destroyer.
Trophies of victory. Yes. I have known those that have done so. Yes. She's gonna put the necklaces over top of each of you then.
Yeah.
Now.
Zach's gonna do this like very formal, like tilt forward, like he's being christened.
She's actually going to be fascinated by Ulfgar's friends, who she will recognize. You know, is like, only.
I totally forgot they were with us. Percival's at the entrance of the cave, just FYI.
Yeah.
I told him to wait.
Yeah, he's still waiting there.
Yeah, I told him he has camp set up and he's just there.
Yeah.
And,
They're not even like.
Who?
They don't even have a hood on, so it's pretty obvious.
Who commands bones of the dead? I have known one before me, long before, when I was wee. Your skin white like bone. Yes, you have seen the dead and know their strengths. Only one before I have known to do this. It is strange power. Be warned. There are those amongst the destroyer who may do the same.
I'm sure it will be interesting, at least. And I do say it in Draconic, by the way.
I look at you with like,
This bitch.
dude.
You are not first visitor to come here. There was one more recently showed up. We place nearby. Wishes to have us worship something. I do not understand.
Does he look like you?
No.
Is he kind of like you but smaller?
More squishy like you.
I'll look to the rest Sydney and go, not Nocturne, right? He's a believer, isn't he?
Yes, but he never preached to us.
Okay. Alright. Well, thank you for this information. We will check it out later.
Alright. I can show you where they are staying.
I'm assuming she means on the side we came in, right?
No, they're staying in a cave in here.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Please show us the way.
She'll kind of
if
lead
it's
you
an ally
partially.
we could
Yeah,
use.
she'll lead you partially back, and then point out one of the offshoots you'd passed earlier, and said, "There are 3 chambers there. One Oh, sorry. Yeah. One of danger, one old, and one place used for those ready to lay to rest.
Okay. A graveyard or...
No.
A sex room?
No.
Sleeping quarters?
Yes.
To be pat. Oh, okay.
Oh, lady to rest.
No.
Rest.
Those ready to lay to rest, and regain strength for trouble of laying.
Oh, laying eggs.
Oh. Speaking of eggs, ma'am, do you have any to spare? We could use some food.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I assume that
which
you've so she's going to point out, head straight. Danger to the right. If you wish to speak to them, I will wait here.
Do you guys want to do this now, or we could find an ally? It's always good, right?
We're right here. Might as well try it.
All right, good team, good talk. All right.
What do you think,
Exactly.
Skellies?
Okay. All right. So you're gonna kind of move into that area, and what appears to have originally been like some almost small niches that have been carved out in the side of the area looked to have been the only thing that was almost in this room, except for what now is actually in the center of this room, which is just unusual. It appears to be a room carved entirely of stone, but not the kind of room you think you would see in this area. There's a table, some chairs, 2 beds covered in hides, and a chest with a movable rock lid that looks surprisingly like you would maybe find in your own castle, except it's made of stone. Sitting on either side of the table are what appear to be an elven man and an elven woman. Oh! They're saying this in common. Visitors! You don't seem to be Troog.
Oh,
You don't
I'm
seem
sorry.
to be either.
No!
Yes.
He kind of like look over himself. No, I don't see me. Honey, do I look to be a giant 9-foot-tall lizard? Oh no, dear, you don't.
Where do you
Sorry for
come
the
from?
intrusion.
Oh yes, we were travelers. Got stuck in this place. We've been journeying around, and well, we noticed what happened to these poor creatures. And we hope to, well, help them and perhaps help them find a new enlightenment. But you, how about you? Where do you come from?
A giant eye ate us?
He's gonna like look at this really puzzled look.
What's the formal name of the kingdom we came from?
Oh my God! I'd have to let me look that up.
It's the basis of your campaign.
The
Matt.
kingdom. Okay, the city is or the castle that you come from is Egolin. It's named after the Duke's family. It's technically
Yeah, but I've heard
I would
about
go
the
by
kingdom.
his lands. It was the lands of Egolin because it was under the Duke's purview. But those were technically under the king, which is the king you would serve.
Saradine.
Yeah, Saradine. The Saradin family, which is the Saradin kingdom.
Okay.
So there you go.
So Anders. Zack will say, we come from the Saradin kingdom. We were, like my friend says, forcibly taken here with this weird eye thing that appeared in the sky one day.
Forcibly taken here. Well, that's a story we've heard before. Forcefully taken. Did you come alone?
I just look at the obvious other people in the room.
They kind of snicker when you do that look, and I mean, like, No, were you the only of your people to come here? Normally it seems there's
No,
at
I'm
least
sorry.
a number that show up.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Oh,
No,
it's fine.
An entire land
Oh,
came with us.
wow. That seems to be a lot.
Not as many as it should have been.
I'm actually going to say in Elvish just to make sure they are what they think, what they say they are, at least have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
What are your names?
Okay. So, I am, Torian. And this is Bell.
I'm Chance. Pleasure to meet you.
Indeed.
Also, I just want to run an insight check on them.
Sure. Alright. The thing is, you get the feeling that, like, there's just something shady about them. They seem to be telling the truth, but they just seem to be, like looking at each other very often in this weird way.
Mm-hmm. I was having a feeling. That's why I'm like... So what brings you to these people other than knowing what happened to them?
Finding them a new salvation, perhaps, and maybe helping them. There's so few of them left. Did you notice? Their tribe is like, oh, maybe only 1 out of 10 survived. Maybe even less.
Or what kind of salvation do you speak of?
Well, there are forces out there that we can give ourselves to. Of course, they're weaker in this place here. But perhaps if you get enough worshippers of a source of power in the world, maybe it'll bring it forth.
And what source do you worship?
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know if it would have a specific name. One that you would understand, at least, too. I found that even if we visit folks that seem similar to the places that we came from, understanding isn't the same.
Is this a comment or an Elvish?
I switched to common. I'm
They
sorry.
switched to commentary.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask one question, their names in Elvish, just to see.
No, I get that. I didn't
Yeah.
know if you could take
Yeah,
it.
I'm sorry. No,
Just-
I did switch over. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be rude and be like blocking everyone else out of the conversation.
Yeah. Well, it's great to be believers in something. That's an amazing trait. Were you present when the destroyer came through?
No, unfortunately, we were not. We only came as a result of what happened afterwards.
So you followed in his wake.
In a way.
Did you see him or them?
Not in particular.
I want to do an insight check. See if they're lying.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to follow with you in your footsteps there too.
You kind of size them up, kind of judging what they say when they're like, not in particular. You get the feeling that not in particular may mean they may have saw a little bit, but you get the feeling that maybe like, yeah, it's not like a full lie, but there's like, they might have seen a little bit more than they're saying, but they're just keeping that back.
Which direction did you enter from? Did you come from the land of sky and large plants? That's what they said, right? I'm gonna look back to the
I keep forgetting that's what they call it. The plants aren't as large as you would think. It's tall grass. It seems to confuse them. Like another, I believe on the other side, we have ways of sneaking around if necessary, and we have traveled through these caves before, avoiding the tribe as necessary. Didn't want to get any fights. But with them weakened, we felt maybe it was a time to introduce ourselves rather than to maybe they had a chance to actually be friendly for once. Turns out that it didn't help their friendliness at all, being murdered. What do you know?
Yes.
I know it would ruin my day.
Krat's name. It's such a silly thing.
I'm gonna look around them, very obviously looking at their stuff or whatever they might have strung around. Do they look like swindlers? Like they're trying to take advantage of these people?
You don't actually see any goods other than the, like, stone
Chest.
furniture, the chest, and, like, maybe, like, some stone dishware that's out here. You don't see signs of, like, a fire even that has been lit any time recently.
Well, it looks like you travel light.
Oh, yes!
Well, if you...
We have magic to protect us, don't we? Yes, we do, honey. Yes, it's so wonderful.
Is that provided by the one you worship?
Not really. I mean, maybe, but that's a tough one to say. Who can really say at this point in time? And he'll go off like a 5-minute metaphysical tangent on like the manners.
I'm gonna interrupt him. I'm gonna interrupt him. If he does that. I'm just gonna straight up like look at him and then cut, like do a visible cutoff, like just kind of sweat my hand and go, Ulfgar, who gives you your abilities?
Give me a second. And I start to grab out my book to get all of his titles.
Seems to me it's very easy to find out who gives you your abilities.
If you
I'm
gain
gonna
them
look dead in the
from
face.
a divine source directly. You can be divine.
So you're wizards.
You can be divine without being divine.
You seem to
During
be
this
talking in
time,
circles.
to himself, Ulfgar's pretty much just name titles and his history and what he presides over.
Like he has to finish the sentence, right?
Yes.
Like
Exactly.
Okay.
He doesn't care what's going on around him.
Okay. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. It doesn't seem that you'll be of any aid to us directly, but hopefully we have the fortune to meet again.
Well, perhaps you can direct us towards where your people are. Maybe we could head there and meet with them.
I look at the group.
These
Just
Troog here, they are friendly, but just don't seem receptive to our teachings. Perhaps some better reception can be made at your place, especially if we have your good blessings. Travelers.
What exactly are your teachings?
Well, other than perhaps giving thanks to such great lords as Franz Ulblu and various other groups, maybe even Gratz himself. But Gratz is not a very forgiving individual.
Religion check to see if I know.
Sure,
any of
religion
the-
check.
I'm gonna fail this, guys.
Okay, Signy and Chance, you will recognize these things. He is naming off demon princes.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I
Rats.
know.
I'm still busy.
I'm gonna kind of pull you close.
Mhm.
Why don't we give him directions to one of the beastmen camps?
I actually don't know where one is. I've never met them. But go ahead. I'll stand back up. I'm sorry,
Wait.
but I cannot give you my blessing.
Can I give them directions to the lighthouse?
Sure.
No, come on. Clicky might be there.
Clicky's fine! Clicky can hide! Clicky's sneaky.
Clicky would not be at the lighthouse.
I don't know. He got a wyvern friend there.
Turtles.
I'm gonna give them directions to the lighthouse and say, you should try and, like, swim in the lake. I hear it's particularly nice this time of year.
It is usually nice, though I would stay away from some of the deeper water. But no, we'll take a look if that's the area you kind of showed up in. It's dangerous in that area. I hope your people all don't get devoured. At least not before we show up. Alright. Well, thank you for all your help. I hope we'll be seeing you around.
Do they have a pen and paper?
They don't seem to have any.
Okay.
As each of them will, like, give a bow, and then make a hand motion, and we'll go invisible.
And in the third age, he relinquished his power.
Signy is 100% like struggling to not just Eldritch Blast the whole place.
I don't
I'll
like
look
this.
around.
Hi, I'm a being of divine energy.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I'm gonna just look around. I don't know if they're in the room or not. And Zach's just gonna say, do not speak to the young man waiting outside the door, outside the cave. And that's it.
Oh no, Percy.
So now they're going to speak to the man standing outside the
No,
cave.
if they do, I will kill them at that point. I gave them a warning. I can't just, like, not warn them. We'll see. I don't know if
we come back and Percival's like, hey, I'm worshipping demon gods now.
Asmodeus, baby!
That's devil, thank you. Demons go for Demogorgon and Orcus, mostly.
Well, then maybe he'll
Orcus is
become
devil
Metal Man.
now, I think.
Orcus is a demon. He's an undead demon, but he's a demon nonetheless.
If he
He
starts,
is a demon, I fought him.
if he starts worshiping them, he might become Metal Man.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, what when they mentioned those names, I'm gonna look over at Chance. Your demeanor changed. What did they mean?
I think she could tell you better.
I look over at Sydney.
Demons.
I'm going over to the stone chest.
Which is why I sent them somewhere where hopefully they'll be devoured.
They sound like they know of the place, though. Were they correct with the way they spoke?
I mean, I'm sure they're just talking about deeper waters in general. Deeper waters in anywhere can be dangerous. I'm just hoping that they get eaten by the giant turtle thing I saw there. I think it was a turtle.
I'm gonna check out the stone chest, make sure there's no traps around it.
Okay. Make me roll, please. No, you don't see anything.
Someone want to give me a hand here?
And he and his disciples now keep track of all who die and where they go.
All right. Well,
I'm curious if they stored anything.
All right. We'll take a step back, and I'm gonna go and open it.
Okay.
Once he gets like a little bit back.
You kind of push it open, and it just seems empty inside. It's like now.
I just saw them disappear. I'm gonna stick my hand in
Yeah,
there and,
no,
like,
you don't
just
feel
like-
anything in there. It actually seems empty. Oddly enough, like, all this stuff just seems very much so like a show. It's like it all looks like a nice room,
I
except it's
highly
made out
doubt
of
they're
stone.
even.
Well, if we meet them again,
Because
be a
I don't
little
know.
aggressive now.
I don't know about you guys, but I did not notice them actively casting invisibility or any kind of spell, and I've never seen an elf just vanish.
Haven't met many elves then.
Ooh, sick elf burn.
That's actually a really good word.
Racism burn.
Elf racism burn. Yo.
What? All right. So, damn it. I'm worried about Percival. He's very gullible. All right, I have to trust
Oh,
that.
he might send them to the town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
That's
don't?
what I'm worried about.
I'm guessing you're gonna head back towards Percival then.
Well, I mean, we get free passage now.
Mhm.
Percival can't come with us now.
He
I
can
left
come
him
with
out.
you. Yeah. Mhm.
I didn't want him to get into any fights or anything, so I left him back.
Yep.
So I don't want to just abandon him for God knows how many days.
Yeah,
He
he's
might
just
be
there,
gone.
like, they're all dead now. I'm going alone. How will I get back? I'm just gonna keep speaking to myself and hope someone shows up.
Yes. Hi, I'm Percy. Hi. All right, so we're gonna. Were you say we wanted to take a break here?
I was gonna take a break as you're heading back to Percival. Yes. Take
All
our
right,
first
so
break.
I'm gonna. What I'll do is I will. As we're going to leave when we meet back up with the mother lady, I will offer her to have a dinner with her before we head off, and like a sign of peace.
Okay.
And we'll go out and see if Chance can hunt something, maybe, since he's like, good with the shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break then, like 5 minutes. Go to the bathroom if you need to, get a drink, get a snack, anything you need, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll resolve getting Percival and then getting some dinner with the Troogs. It's like a sitcom, dinner with the Troogs. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute. So see you, folks.